on the planet. Can't get better than this. It's the first platinum event of the year on the World Tour. Ma Long in black, world rank #1, top seed at 28 years old. And Fan Zhendong on the other side, again 20 years old, second seed. So head to head, while Fan Zhendong in 2015 won all 3 of their encounters against Ma Long on the World Tour, it wasn't until just last year that Fan Zhendong was able to win. So Ma Long taking to beat Ma Long. Despite that, Yuya Oshima giving quite a difficult challenge at the Japan Open, and also Antoine Hachard from France. But that was the year of Ma. Ma Long also quite dominant, was the ITTF male table tennis star 2 years in a row. You can find those outstanding pictures on the ITTF Facebook page, or even on ITTF.com. Check out the photos. See how fast the ball's going back and forth here just for their warm-up in the backhand. It almost looks like a video. This is the real question. How will it turn out? Fan Zhendong will start off with the serve. Look at this power. The opening finishes it. Forces Ma Long into a more defensive shot. And from that deep on the table, it's going to be difficult for Ma Long to keep the ball short. So they played 10 times head-to-head on the World Tour. Ma Long has won 9 of those 10. His only loss was at the China Open last year. Actually a 4-0 victory for Fan Zhendong. A lot of people thought maybe Fan Zhendong's time has come. Ma Long's time in the throne on top of the world rankings is over. But still, Fan Zhendong trails. Ma Long came back to win the World Tour Grand Finals at the end of last year, right here in Doha, Qatar. Zhendong, as strong as his backhand is, still prefers to use the forehand when he can. This is a nice combination when you step around looking to take the wide open forehand deep cross court as soon as Ma Long plays it back to the forehand. Wow, what a shot! The spin from Fan Zhendong under the table sets up the point well, but it's the follow-up shot right into the middle there, gets Ma Long to turn, leaving open the wide forehand. Smart play. Look at this hooking forehand to the very deep corner of the table. Body. I guess it's all relative. Softly. Look how close to the back of the table that ball is, and he recovers so quickly. This is why they can take these full arm strokes and still recover. It's no wonder why both of these players recover so quickly. Really? This in-game encounter possibly ahead of us. This is a best-of-7 match and fireworks all over the court. This shot, and even here, the rally just continues. So many explosive balls here. Look at that backhand, so much whip from Ma Long, and finally a hooking forehand that hits the net. Fan Zhendong imparting a bit of side spin on that last ball. The traction on the bottom of the shoes to reach every ball.
5, 4.
Ma Long using the long push there quite effectively, getting a softer shot from Fan Zhendong. Court in the short cross-court forehand receive.
5, 6.
Ma Long, by many standards, including the world rankings, the best player in the world right now, but a lot is what keeps him on top of the world. Found his confidence right around 2015, just hasn't let go of being the most confident player in the world. But Fan Zhendong, not much about him seems, he doesn't seem to lack any confidence. Maybe just a little bit of versatility in some of the touch game, being able to change up the mode. No complaints so far. He's leading by 2 here with the serves.
Let 7.
Beautiful play, wide to the, it has to take it early. The feet of Fan Zhendong are so fast. Watch him cover here. Push from deep, but he cross steps to get there. And this is why he's Ma Long definitely with a lot of fans, but Xiaopang, Fan Zhendong with many as well. Little survey on Weibo with the Chinese table tennis fan. Ma Long saying, nah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm going to take care of myself, stay world #1. And the play. There's the touch. So fast, even in the slow motion replay, he just decides, I'm going to come around the outs. Meaning that you see it come out in the shot. Marvelous Zhendong. This is a big point for Fan Zhendong. There's the placement at the third towel break of game 1. Now, these two have definitely had their tight matches in the past. We've seen 11-9 in the 7th. This one he keeps Ma Long just a step ahead. Outstanding play. Ma Long with the low counter loops from getting 11 points to 8 over Fan Zhendong. We'll be back for game 2. Game 2 coming up right after this. Back for game number 2, Ma Long leading the dictator, dictating the dragon, breathing fire out here over Xiaopang on the receive.
One.
Leave this quite up to question. Well played. It's not the first time I'd say since the recent Marvelous 12 matches. Started seeing Fan Zhendong lobbing a little bit, but as soon as the ball comes to his forehand side, he's going to try to counter it back. Ma Long keeping the spin on. And he doesn't twiddle the racket.
One.
Pack on the backhand side to play against the lobs. Last time. Oh, just out of reach. See come back when Ma Long just hits it off and it looks like it's going to sail over the barriers. I think it was Samsonov who saved a ball like this. Look how close to the net that ball is. Fan Zhendong still. Fast.
Three. 4.
We got battle chanting in the crowds right now. Again, you can hear Ma Long and Fan Zhendong's cheers going. There's that high racket reverse pendulum serve. Notice the change of the grip, how the finger slides back down to get ready for the full forehand on the third ball. Next is more necessary, where the power is not after the serve. Sorry, meaning the shoulder shrug. We don't really see that reaction from Ma Long much in the middle of a match. Conversations with umpires, there just aren't too many exchanges between Ma Long and umpires. So strong on that backhand. Just a flash of light. That's the backhand side of the racket from Fan Zhendong. Ma Long recovers the top. tied up again at 6 points each. A little bit of side spin on that ball from Fang Bo, able to break the rhythm of Ma Long. Not easy to do. Excellent. Definitely trying to push each other away from the table, trying to stay as close as possible to be aggressive, control the table. But the soft touch of Fang Zhendong, it has to be low enough. This is a perfect angle to see where the ball is. From a distance standpoint, if that ball's centered over the table, it wouldn't even come off. Talking to Richard Prause yesterday with the big ball, the 40 plus, it tends to bite a little bit, move a little slower, stay in on the table.
7, 8.
As the Zhendong, the majority of his professional career, or at least the last, say, 3 years or so, been using this ball. Ma Long regathers. Fang Zhendong had a good opportunity. Could see Ma Long almost collapsing for a moment as he moved out to the forehand side. And so quick to get right back into position. That to the table. Starts to feel like a game of temptation here, a game of chicken. To say that the umpires have been instructed to be a bit more strict on the rules, as certain rules have been taken advantage of a bit here and there by players, including strict eye. So they're doing what is asked of them to enforce the rules. Ma Long with 3 game points. Beautiful. With this ball from way offside, Ma Long, solid topspin shot. Still a little bit off balance. Fang Zhendong might stall a little bit. Just used to getting away with it. It's always shocking to be called on it.
Let.
And Captain Ma Long up 2-0. We'll be back for game 3 right after this. Back for game number 3, Fang Zhendong to start with the serve.
Let. Love on.
Beautiful opening backhand and a very quick. Watch how quick he goes for this third ball attack. Ma Long tries to surprise with the deep long push. The more obvious shot would have been to go cross court, which is why he surprised Ma Long.
1-all.
Digging deep, getting some heavy underspin on that ball. Fang Zhendong quickly checking his racket. Been surprised that the ball went down so quickly. Wow, that backhand off the bounce. This is the pivotal game. It would be really tough to come back from down 0-3. But if Fang Zhendong can make it a 1-2 game, Ma Long starts to sweat a little bit, starts to tense up a little bit. This becomes anybody's match. That hesitate, quick advantage to Ma Long. It's the third ball, soft touch. Look at this. There's the hesitation, the double take. Oh! See this one more time. Ma Long committing shallow on the forehand side for that banana. Quickly back on defense. Almost gets this ball back. Look at this. Bending away, tries for a chop. If that ball comes down on the table. Beautiful ball inside out of the back from Fan Zhendong. As he generates so much spin in such a wide angle from the center of the table with his backhand. Ma Long set up to cover the body and still can't reach it, lunging out to the side. Down the line shots. Absolute bombs coming back and forth here down the line from these two. And finally an inside out shot from Fan Zhendong that misses the table. Some of these are just reaction shots, but look at the distance they're covering and how far the ball is traveling, but so fast too. 40 plus supposed to slow down the game. Nah, the players are just getting fitter and stronger and creating faster, more impressive rallies. Look at this. With all those hand wipes after being yellow carded and warned for stalling. Beautiful block, started it wide to the forehand side. From the middle of his body too. Quick decision, a little bit of punch back. Strong back. As well as Fan Zhendong is playing right now, just like anybody else, you have to wonder if he's going to start to bring some changes out here. Beautiful shot, plays it behind and hits it behind the momentum. The amount of time he has to make this decision. This is why I always say if you need a designated driver, get a table tennis player. Quick backhands off the bang on to his lead. Had a 4-point lead at the towel break at 8-4. Takes it back. Who wins the cheering argument in the crowd? It's the cheering final for the fans.
7.
Extra spin on. Not the rocket backhands that have been coming in from Fan Zhendong. Watch again. Ball jumps way out. 3 game points for Ma Long. Excellent attempt, but Ma loops with the forehand and drives it for the winner. 11-7 over Fan Zhendong, the most dominant game yet for Ma Long, and it's a 3-0 lead. The Dragon on fire. Game 4 coming up right after this. You don't want to miss it. It's either going to be the comeback of Fan Zhendong or it's going to be the championship game. Stay right here. Up 3-0 over Fan Zhendong on the top of the screen in the top of the world. Despite really long serves out here, not in this match. But Fan Zhendong has been known to counter them time and time again. So it is a bit uncharacteristic for him to miss these shots. So now Fan Zhendong stepping into the lead here. The step around forehand. Nice change of heart. This is a quality shot from the back of the table. Watch how low he takes the ball, but still able to drive it low to the net. Unbelievable, the strength taxing on the shoulder. Class attacking first. Deep on the table. Gets the counter, invites a more predictable attack. One more time from this angle. Serve, gets a spinny ball back, I should say, and then counters for the winner. Out is going to come up sooner or later. They're locked down low at the back of the table. Zhendong so far getting into the short game and waiting for Ma Long to play just a little. A little surprised at far side. Stepped in a little bit from this angle. It seemed a little more clear that Ma Long kept it lower than it appeared from up high. Just the time in travel made the ball seem a little bit higher than it was. A 4-0 victory for Zhendong. Last time Ma Long won, which is the last time they played, was a 4-2 victory for Ma Long. Study that backhand. It's a real turning point in the match. Exact opposite in the last game when Ma Long was up 8-4. A bit more underspin on that reverse pendulum serve than Ma Long anticipated or could read.
Lit. 4, 8.
Oh, beautiful shot deep to the backhand and down the line. Zhendong just reflecting light. Refracting light. Redirecting this ball at the speed of light anyway it comes. I think the fans are going to have to work on the timing of the drumming out there. Beautiful shot on Zhendong, continuing his streak with these shots. One cross court and another down the line, changing up the patterns. Now 5 game points for Zhendong. Oh, the touch shot from down below the table. Ma Long spinning it up with a side spin. Floats it back up on the table. Little help off the top of the net. But again, demonstrating that amazing touch. Gotta love the points like that, where he takes his ball from. Almost the potential to recreate the winning shot of 2016. The 3-bouncer, the under-the-net roller on the table against Simon Gauzy. So Zhendong gets his first game this match. Game 5 coming up right after. Game number 5 gets quite interesting as Zhendong had the most dominant game yet, holding Ma Long to only 5 points in the last game. This backhand of Zhendong. So difficult to tell where he's going to go. The parallel shots, he seems to have a little bit less backswing. It's more likely going to be the cross-court shot. That's how it's appeared so far. But he could have backswing and brush the inside of the ball, keeping a little side spin on it as well. play, that opening. Ma Long didn't seem bothered at all, quickly turned it into a topspin rally. It's just unbelievable how fast Fan Zhendong can take that fearless shot and redirect it. Shot block works out. Talked yesterday about what a high percentage Ma Long can make of these shots. Again, when it's rotating that quickly to cut it that hard, still keep it low enough to not lose the point. Fan Zhendong leading by 2. If he can continue this performance, we will be seeing a Game 7. This is just world-class play. Fan Zhendong doing everything here, trying to find the middle of Ma Long, turning, he plays down the line. In this rally, that was the first down the line, the forehand. And he's trying to pin the middle, and finally, when he opens up to the wide forehand, just not enough room on the table.
Let 5, 3.
Zhendong, when the short game starts, sort of picking up the loose balls that come just off the table. And see how in at the table he is. Really has to get the legs in. From a balance standpoint, I can't think of a player in the world that can center their gravity quite like Fan Zhendong, with the knees out in front right at the back of the table and still generate so much spin power and keep their balance. Handcuffed a little bit, Ma Long with a second serve and a chance to tie up the game. Much better response. Missed to Fan Zhendong on this. He really gets the shoulders in over the table. Watch the wrist. Tip of the racket head down. Leans just a little bit to impart some sides. Now, as powerful as both of these players are, when the shot's that low and it's played into the body, Fan Zhendong's using every ounce of muscle and energy that he has to really load that ball up and keep it just fizzing with spin. From Fan Zhendong as he continues to race ahead. Watch one more time, uses the backhand. A little bit punchier, but still coming over the top of the ball. It's very rare to see a shot without a lot of topspin on it from these two. Variations, of course, but keeping the topspin on, one of the key ingredients even in the fast rallies. Court. And even though that shot goes long, you can see Ma Long getting ready to move into the chop block once again. The down the line play. One game point saved by Ma Long, now on the receive. Shot block does not land. Fan Zhendong from under the table on the forehand. Another dominant game, 11-6. Usually when you call someone a comeback kid, it's not a kid. 20-year-old Fan Zhendong starting his trail right now, winning the last 2 games. Game 6 coming up right after this. Holding Ma Long to only 11 points in the last 2 games combined, despite his 22 victories. Listen to the body more, middle of the table. Once again, might not want to do the same serve twice in general, but if it surprises the opponent and they don't expect it, why not? now we've got the timeout. Fan Zhendong down 0 points to 3. This is a wise timeout. He's dominated the last 2 games, and the start of this game has loosened Fan Zhendong's legs and power. I need to eat more. This is a little bit more. And the fans scream as the counter loops exchange. Down the line shot just misses the edge. So fast to recover on these balls. Ma Long, one shot after another. Take a chance to look at Fan Zhendong in this replay. Just leaning back a little bit, but then quickly recovers to drive forward. So much pace on the ball. Kid. Starting to see a little versatility out here from Fan Zhendong. The soft ball, a little bit less spin on the opening backhand. This one gets just pound through the ball when it's coming up a little bit, and he's got the time on the forehand. He's a little farther behind the table on this one. Seem nervous. Big Fan Zhendong with the cross-court attempt. See how much topspin is on the ball after it comes off the top of the net. Of course, coming into the net as well. If Ma Long can hang on to the 2-point lead, he takes the match 4-2. Fan Zhendong still chasing. Here with Fan Zhendong leaping out to the forehand and not recovering deep to the backhand, taking a softer, more passive. Wow, what a risk. Just thinking about how every time I watch Fan Zhendong play, I feel like I'm watching history in the making. A potential greatest of all time, but right now we're looking at just the same in black. Ma Long making that receive while outright. And he continues in chip points for Ma Long. Captain Long here just 1 point away from taking the very first platinum of the Seamaster 2017 World Tour. Determination. And there it is, Ma Long does it, 11 points to 4. What a turnaround after games 4 and 5 dominated by Fan Zhendong. The captain, the dictator, the dragon, Ma Long has done it. He's taken the title and still holds a chokehold on world rank number 2. Fan Zhendong, despite back and forth play in the Chinese Super League on the World Tour, it is 10-1 for Ma Long over Fan Zhendong. So world rank number 1 will sit on his throne for some time until Fan Zhendong can really turn things around. But what a performance it was by both players, explosive power, and an exciting match to watch, of course, here in Qatar. Stick around, we've got the awards ceremony coming up in just a little bit as you enjoy the highlights of this match. You've been watching the 2017 Seamaster Qatar Open. We'll be back with the awards ceremony in a moment.